Greetings, online English 12 students. It's Mrs. Miller. I'm sure you know that already by looking at me, obviously. My kids are always telling me, Mom, I know it's you. You don't have to say it's Mom. Anyway, it's Friday right now. I'm making the recording early in the hopes that I think I have plans on Sunday. Anyway, if there was a contest between you guys and my in-person class right now, you would be winning. You know why? Excuse me. Because it was so chaotic at school, especially today with the shortened hours. We didn't even get to something that you guys already read, which is this, the right to a single-sex education. That's that close read about parents being able to send their kids to an all-boy or all-girl school if they want to. So good job, you, because my in-person people will be doing that on Monday. So this next week, you only have to do a couple things. We will be finishing the unit the week after next week. So they're going to do that close read that you did, but you're going to read a story called A Walk to the Jetty. I like to save the fiction for the end of the unit because I don't really like teaching nonfiction, so I like to get that out of the way. And so I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I think the end of the unit is just more entertaining because of that. Work first, play later. So you're going to read a short story called A Walk to the Jetty, and I love it because it's a story about a 17-year-old girl who is about ready to leave home, which is going to be you someday, and some of you pretty soon. And so that's on page 31. And instead of doing questions like usual, I'm having you do a 6-word story about how you feel about leaving home, and then a journal about how you feel about leaving home and where you see yourself in 10 years. And that'll be in the written portion of your grade. There is a TED Talk that I posted, I will post, about 6-word stories, and I want you please to watch that because it'll give you a really good idea of what a 6-word story is and some examples of them. Okay, and then we finished the unit with the play Isle, I-L-E, which is not a word. You'll have to figure out what it means. But it was written by Eugene O'Neill, a very famous playwright. And his story, to me, is fascinating. He has, the most messed up life. And I'm going to post a bio about him. But in short, his mom was addicted to, methadone? It's like heroin. And he was the third child born in the family, and his mom didn't want him. She never wanted to get pregnant with a third child. Plus, she was always high, and he knew he wasn't wanted. It was awful. And anyway, so he writes a lot about his pain in a lot of the plays that he's famous for. Not so much in Isle. Isle's a shorter play that he wrote. But it's about the sea, and he loved the sea and whaling and things like that. So it's an older play written a long time ago. I'm going to have you do a scavenger hunt online about him, and again, throw some videos up there. So you'll do that, and then we'll start the play, but I'm not expecting us to finish it, so we'll finish it week 5. And with the play, I'm doing something a little bit more creative. You'll be doing what's called a storyboard, and I'll put examples of that up for you when it's time. And that'll be the end of the unit. So next week, week 5, which is the 30th through the 3rd of October, we'll finish the whole unit. And, I lied to you. There's one more close read, but it's a fictional story called Next Term Will Mash You. And it's a pretty good read, actually. In that one, the parents are chasing success instead of the kid. And then you'll have a vocab test and then a separate literature test. The vocab test, of course, is not open note, but the literature test is. And that'll take us all the way through the beginning of October. But first things first, for next week, you're reading A Walk to the Jetty and doing some background information about Eugene O'Neill. And you can either start Isle or not. You can wait till the next week if you'd like. I recommend that you listen to Isle because it's a bunch of guys on a whaling sailing ship, and they talk like pirates, and that's kind of entertaining. I wish I could talk like a pirate, but I epic fail when I try that. That's it. Thank you for those of you who've come in and asked me for help or have questions. I like that a lot. take it easy, and I will talk to you soon.